Hello. Today we're going to be doing some clothing making. In fact, we're going to be designing a very sort of like rough crop jacket. Why? Mostly because my friend out of the blue decided she really wanted to do an IKEA party. And to fulfill this particular sort of niche, we're meant to be making clothes either based on IKEA items or out of materials gotten from IKEA. So I'm going to be making a crop jacket out of IKEA bags. What I'm scribbling down here is just a rough sort of idea of what I want to make. Mostly just to give you guys an idea of what I want the final product to look like. When I was originally planning it, I'd wanted to do a contrast sort of design with the sleeves and the main body being different colors. However, there were apparently only a singular type of colored IKEA bags, which are blue, which means the main body is going to be blue IKEA bag. I do, however, have a lot of extra jeans that I can use, and I did also order in some nice fluffy fleece, which I'll use to do the insides with, just because I don't think that IKEA bag is going to be terribly pleasant to have against my skin in general, honestly. But yeah, I also have plans to have little stripes on the sleeves, which will be done with the IKEA bag handles. And I want to do some pops of contrast with some yellow fabric, which is some white denim that I'm dyeing yellow. I want to have a little star on at least one arm, and I'm debating on whether to make the pockets yellow or black. But yeah, we'll see. As for the back of the design, apologize for how rough this is once again. I sort of want to have the back with sort of the main bits in that blue color, and then I might do this in the same. This is horribly messy, but it's mostly just to give you an idea of the design. If I have enough excess IKEA strap as well, I kind of want to have them coming off the jacket and sort of coiling around to the back to have a cool little strappy design. We'll see how we go there. Haven't really filmed a clothing making video before, I don't believe, so this will be hopefully the first of many. Have a couple of things that I want to be making. But we'll see if I actually do them on film or not. But yeah, I'm hoping to get most of this done today, but if not, I also have a day free in a couple of days. So, let's get started. We've got the start of the materials with the fleece. There's spare ripped jeans I was talking about. And our hero piece, the IKEA bags. I'll start detaching the IKEA bags and probably sort something out with the jeans for the sleeves. Then I'll come back to you guys to show you the pieces. I've now disassembled everything, so I have my pulled apart pants and IKEA bags, and the fleece is as it was. Now I'm just going to use a cropped shirt that I have for reference to get the rough sizes for everything else. It's a little bit of a cheap way to do things, in that I'm not actually using a proper pattern and I'm bullshitting one based off something else. But it's an easier and cheaper way to go about things. You may also notice I left the pant legs as they were but cut them to a certain length. I'm going to be very lazy and just use those straight up as sleeves. which will hopefully be fine. I'm not going to show myself cutting out the patterns though, just because I don't have a way to easily film that and I need both of my hands, but I will check back in once I have all the pieces cut out. Yay. I now have most of my parts. As for a quick tour of what I've got some of my extra straps here. Sleeve 1. Fabric I'm going to turn into inner pockets for the front bit. That mangled bit there is a pocket, collar, not a pocket. Sleeve 2. And the back side. Just some extra things. You can see I've got some dumb looking star things and the straps. That's because I'm going to probably hand attach those to the good side of the black jean bit. Yeah, gonna hand sew those to that, and then I'll attach the ends. As you'll notice on the one up there, there's a bit extra hanging off. That's because I want to have a fluffy cuff. Again, I'm not going to show any of that, but I will show my progress once I'm done with that. Just because I don't have a good way to film myself doing it, so sorry. So, I ended up getting a bit overexcited and finishing the whole thing without actually showing my progress in between bitsies. So instead, I'll give you guys a bit of a tour of how it ended out. As you can see, a lot of the main body is made up of that IKEA bag fabric, the kind of toppy stuff. It was surprisingly easy to sew with, provided I had it sandwiched with another material. It did fine. The fleece also adhered quite easily to the actual, I forgot to trim that thread, to the actual IKEA bag fabric. When I wear it as well, these bits flop open and it looks like I have a collar without me actually having to have put a collar on it. We'll also show you guys what it looks like on in a minute. It's not the most professional of objects, of course, but it's mine, so I like it. Next big details are my sleeves. I sewed on dumb little top stars, got the IKEA runner going down with running stitch, attached at the bottom with the fluff curling outwards and attached with a blanket stitch. Not that you can see that super well. Also use that here. Blanket stitch is a reasonably strong stitch, even if it does look a little bit messy, but I think it gives it a cute hand sewn look. And a lot of it was hand sewn as well. The machine did well for anything with the denim or with the top, but when I had two sides of the fleece together, it did not want to work, so I ended up having to hand sew the sides, hand sew the joints at the shoulders, anywhere where it was me having it flipped upside down with the, what's it called, fleece on both sides. I had to hand sew it. Thankfully, it seems to have created a reasonably strong attachment though, so despite me wearing it for an evening, it's not broken. Next details are the back. We have our cool altering thing, put little butt pockets on the back that I can't actually reach myself, but other people can put things in. When I'm wearing it, I tried to be neat with my little seam bits. Used a yellow contrast stitch to go with the IKEA tag decal, but it is quite fine, so it's not super noticeable. Then the last details are the little shoulder tag bitsies that I used. Just sewed them on, again with blanket stitch, and then a little cross down the bottom. Just gives it a little bit more character. You guys can probably tell as well that this didn't turn out exactly as how I had planned it. I don't have the pockets up here, and I don't have the hanging straps, but I honestly think it's enough as is, and it looks great on anyway, so despite it not going exactly to plan, I'm quite happy with it, especially considering I have stealth pockets. I've still got these from the IKEA party in them. But yeah, that's how she went. Whole thing is very warm. This is probably now the hottest jacket I own, both literally and figuratively. Do I look like a hot girl wearing it? Yes. Do I also heat up a whole lot wearing it? Yes. Entire thing, as I mentioned, lined with this fleece. Very, very warm, especially the sleeves, because you've got that sort of stretchy denim completely filled with that fleece. But yeah, no, it's honestly a reasonably comfortable jacket to wear as well. My only issue is slightly the arm joints, because it's a little bit oddly tight around this area, but I can deal with it. Like, it's for something that I didn't really do a proper pattern for, it turned out pretty well. Need to find somewhere to set up in a minute so I can show you guys what it looks like on. Sadly, unlike a lot of other YouTubers, I don't have a great place to set up to show it off, but I can use my mirror. So there we go. Got a bit of the cropped look. Has my cool little sleeve things, not sleeves, collars, that's the word. Yeah, and here's me. My hair is blue now. Great fun. Sorry about the light in the background. Again, I really don't have a good place to set up to show people this. But yeah, generally, just, I like how it looks. I think it's fun. I think it's the coolest thing in my wardrobe now, despite it being horrendously unprofessionally made. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video despite my lack of actual showing the progress. Also going to do a quick drawing of me in the jacket for you guys, just so that there's a bit more runtime, so it doesn't feel as much like a waste of time. Sorry again. See you next month. Now we've got to the part with my Promise Speed Paint. I erase this pose first and start on another because I wasn't vibing with it. I also actually had a whole other canvas I got the shits with and deleted just because it wasn't doing what I wanted it to. Yeah, honestly, this isn't my best work, but I do enjoy how the colours turned out on it, at least. But yeah, my main idea with the drawing was to have it showing off the important details on the jacket, which is mostly just the sort of funny T-shape I did on the back, and of course the sleeve details, which I think are just the hero parts of the whole jacket. Haven't done a... well, actually no, I have done a self-portrait recently because I did one when I made my hair pink. But here's the blue hair self-portrait, as well as the celebration of crafting the IKEA crop jacket. I'm still ludicrously proud of this thing. It's not, again, fantastically professional, but I think it's genuinely, like, one of the coolest items of clothing I've made so far. Do kind of want to make a couple more crop tops though. Want to have some with more bones, like bones. Not enough cool skeleton pattern things in this world, so obviously I'll just make my own. Do have a plan for a crop jacket with a ribcage on the back. Have I started it? No. I want to find some more thrifted materials to do a patchwork with first so I can get some good old primary colours in that bad boy. But I do have an idea. It's, yeah, really just the matter of whether or not I'll actually do stuff to sort it out properly or not. A couple of things you'll notice with this that I use a lot more textures than I usually would. I used the pencil brush in the hair to give it a bit more variation, because my roots, as you saw previously, are a lot darker, but my ends are a lot lighter, and it also just sort of helped break up the mass of hair and make it look more voluminous, I guess. I also ended up using a different filter to usual when I was doing my highlights, which sort of makes the colours pop more as actual colours, which I think looks a bit cooler. As well as adding a bit of a line texture to simulate that top sort of look. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well as the drawing. I'll see you next month with hopefully something a bit more put together. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!